right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about ready to start after a first pitch that, Lions and Bears, oh my, Luke. Welcome, welcome, Luke. Samsung looking to end their streak. Not a streak that they would like to have, but unfortunately for them, they do. Obviously, the Bears are dealing with yeah, I mean, you got to. But eventually, they gotta win, right? They got Harado out on the mound. Mhm. I mean, they got to, right? And Doosan, not exactly a fantastic team. They did win in their last game, a walk off, but anyway, Guac Bean out on thy mound.
Thank you for the recommendation, Luke JP.
Thank you, Luke. 3.25 ERA, 35 strikeouts and 27 points at 2 innings. Again, he generally has a one really good month, and then the rest are kind of clunkerishy. So he has had a pretty good month. We'll see if he can continue it on. A quick change. All right, Kim Ji Chan, the first pitch, and that's way outside, ball one. Kim Ji Chan, a 258 in the season. Kim Sung Yoon is back. He is back as that one misses up, and it's 2-0. Not something you want to do. Leave this guy on. Doing the double duty, Luke? Double duty of fun? Yes, here comes the 2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike at the top. And it's 2-1. Trying to get the music started and music hit up, but Samsung, I cannot play any Samsung songs. All of Samsung songs are copyrighted, which means I make no money. As the 2-1 is back to the pitcher, picks it up, throws it over, and that's one away. How do you watch the MPB? I know they have like a package deal thing, kind of like MLB TV, where you can watch first two games the ERA over 7, the last three ERA of 1. And here we go, the first pitch to Kim Sung Yoon, and that's up
Thank
high.
you for the recommendation, Erasmus.
Thank you, Rasmus. Kim Sung Yoon back at 385 on the season. He's missed a couple weeks. Not entirely sure with what injury, but Samsung has been pretty devastated by injuries. That's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. There we go. Get my pitcher fixed. And yeah, the 1-1 pitch up high, 2-1. And Kim Sung Yoon has been out. Lee Jae Hyun has been out. Gu Ja-wook has been out. They lost their starting pitcher before the season even started. And the 2-1 pitch way outside. 3-1. Doosan without their closer and without their opening day starter. Yeah, I thought that there was one of them that had a package deal thing. All right, the 3-1 pitch that sets up down the middle. That is going to be lifted to center field as center fielder Jung Soo Bin over. And that makes the catch. 2 away. Ah, yeah. So you make a little trip to Japan. Where do you take your trip to is the question. He's so fast, Kiwi. He's so fast. All right. Chae Hyung-woo in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. The Mod Boys getting work done. All right, the 0-1 swing and might have tipped it into the glove. And it's 0-2. Kiwi, what do you think about Hanwha's chances today, Mr. Hopium? All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up right at the belt on the inside. Misses up high, though. 1-2. Che Yongu, 291 on the season. 1-2 pitch lays off of that. Che Young-woo, the all-time doubles leader, the all-time RBI leader. He's chasing down Sona Sup to become the all-time hit leader. And a video replay. Check the official video replay. Did not go. No swing him did. They should just have my voice recorded and use that is what they should do. All right, the 2-2 pitch now sets up at the knees on the inside, and that is a slapped foul again. What's up, Mo Bands? Welcome, welcome. 14 pitches for Gawk Bean, trying to get into a 1-2-3 first inning. That is just outside in our first full count of the day. It took 3 batters to get there. 3 batters to get there, boys and girls. But we're there. And that is what counts in life. And the 3-2 fouled away again. Just hacking them off.
Thank you for the recommendation, Yagupan Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Yagupan, Yagu fan. The old Yagupan. All right, a 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He gets his first strikeout of the day. Had to work for it, but that's a 1-2-3 inning, and we go to the bottom of the first. One, two, three.
Thank you for the recommendation, Mobands 8926.
Thank you, Mobands. Mobands, you serious? You going with the Bears? Going with the Bears, despite a foreign starter on the mound for Samsung. It'd be interesting. I mean, in general, there's in general, there's rules, but they do have a first base and a third base coach that will tell them, kind of. Gerardo out on the mound, 32 innings, 20 strikeouts, 5 walks, 230 batting average against, and a 1.97 whip. He's a guy that's going to give you 6 innings every single game. He'll have a bad inning, but he'll still give you 6. Thank you. I got the Doosan Bears yellow summer uniform, and then obviously the Lions road uniform over here. All right, to Pak Chan Ho leading things off for Doosan. Make sure my music is set right. Whoops, that's not the right one. Let's try to change that to, there we go. Let's try that one. And that's in there to try one more. And 1-1, and that's going to be a ground ball, shortstop over a bad hop, but he ends up covering it, and it throws over to first, 1 away. Zingri, you got outs. I just hit the wrong button. No one scored. I just hit the wrong button. Sorry, guys. I got my fat fingers, fattening it, fingering it up. I don't know if that sounded a little weird, but maybe. Yeah. So when you're rounding the base, you're supposed to pick up the third base coach. As Cameron looks to just strike one. Cameron 265, 5 home runs though. He is having himself a good but not great season. He rolls over that, and it's 0-2. Yeah, so generally you round first. The first base coach will tell you whether to go. They'll say, they'll wave you, they'll swing their arm to go, or they'll point to the base. So you round, as that one's way up high. So you'll round second, and they'll say, look, turn and look. So you turn and you pick up the ball where it's at. If they bobble it, then you go to second. If not, then you just come back. Often whenever you're running into second, that is a rocket right back up the middle. And there goes the old no-hitter. There goes the old perfect game as Cameron gets on base. Yeah, so you round first, and then you pick up the ball, and then as you're going into second, at that point you're going to know whether you're going to second or third. Then you round in second, you're going to look at catch the third base coach because the ball is probably going to be behind you. And at that point, then the third base coach is going to tell you to slide, which way to slide, whether you need to slide or whether you just keep going. As that's in there for a strike, and that's 0-1 to Park Jun-soon. Jun-soon, a 389 on the season. That's going to be a shot into right field. Will it get down? No, making the catch is Kim Sung-yoon on the liner. And 2 away. They've been waiting for him to come back, ladies and gentlemen. He is back, and he's making plays. Back and making plays. All right, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Yang E.G. Yeah, that misses up high. I want to know. Yang E.G. is kind of turned it around a little. He's already up to 212. Does have 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Easily the captain of this Doosan team is the 1-0. That's going to be stroked into left field. Drop in front of the left fielder. Cameron is going to have to pull it on the brakes and head back to second base. Is Yang E.G. Another hit, so for runners on first and second now with 2 away for Yang Sung-hwan. All right, Yang Sung-hwan steps up now. 11 pitches for Rado. He's got runners on first and second to 2 outs. 247 as that's going to be a ground ball. The shortstop picks it, throws over to second in time. Thank you. Layamo, I think. I don't know. Right, the 6-4 putouts strands a couple as we go to the second inning. It's zeros and some zeros. Yeah. So catchy. So catchy. 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Samsung in the top of the second inning. We'll see if these teams can actually get some hits whenever runners are on base. That'll be the ultimate test because they have had plenty of opportunities the last few days, yet they're not. Yeah, he's not a small dude. He is not a small guy at all. Looks like Hanwha is already losing. They're down 1-0. KT is also losing. They're down 1-0. LG gets one in at the top of the inning, hit by Hong Chang-gi and an RBI from Chun Sung Ho. SSG, they score on a leadoff homer from Pak Sung Han. Pak Sung Han pissed off because he ended his streak of consecutive games with the hits to start a season. All right, Guak Bean, a quick 1-2-3 inning there in the first. Yeah. All right, the Diaz, a 301 on the season. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, Samsung's pitcher, I believe he's from Colombia. He played on the WBC team. He's been in the league. This is his fourth year, I believe. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Either his third or fourth. He was with Kium. I think he was with Kium for 2 years. I'm almost 100% positive he was with Kium for 2 years. And then swing and a miss there, as that wasn't even anywhere near the strike zone. Second strikeout of the day for Guak Bean. And that brings up Yuji Yuck. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out, and Yuji Yuck steps in. Way up high, though, ball 1. Yang. And now he misses low, misses up, misses down, misses up, left, right, in the middle. Yep, this is his 4th year, 2 years with Kium and 2nd year with Samsung. Because I remember he pitched in when I went to the WBC, when I went to the Dodgers versus Kium, as that misses, that's a swing and a miss up high. He was the starter whenever I went to see the Dodgers versus Kium Heroes game at the Gochuk Sky Dome. Right, the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman picks it up, throws to first, and 2 away. All right, the number 6 hitter, Mr. Kim Hun Gong. Yeah, he pitched pretty well against the Dodgers. I believe he struck Otani out to. Actually, I believe. So I went to the first 2 games of that. I went to Dodgers versus Kium, and then after that was San Diego versus Team Korea. And then I went to opening day, and Otani did not hit well that whole time here, as that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. There goes the no-hitter. There goes the perfect game. And that is the first hit of the day for the Samsung Leones, with 2 out here in the top of the second. Brings up the number 7 hitter, Jun Byung-woo. Reminder, we've got some baseball cards to open for every home run. I haven't even opened the box yet. We still got the plastic wrapping on the box. We were not treated to the good stuff. And that misses up high, ball 1. 27 pitches now for Guak Bean, 17 in the first, 10 here in the second, 339 on the season for Jun Byung-woo. And the 1-0 misses outside at 2-0. See how he does now that he's got runners on base. Anguk Capital M plus. And the 2-0 a swing and a miss. He was way late on that. It was already in the glove before he swung. Glove swing. Because Kium, the stadium that they played in is Kium's home stadium. The 2-1, a swing and a miss there behind that one too. Yeah, so Kium played the Dodgers, and then the next night Kium played the Padres. All right, so the 2-1 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees. Pops him up. Second baseman going out. Right fielder calls him off, and that's will be 3 away. They get a 2 outs a single, but nothing after, and we will go to the bottom of the second, tied at 0. Yeah. Yeah, and actually at that time, Kielum was actually one of the better teams in the league. I believe that was the year. So it was 2023. Yeah. No, 2024. Yeah, 2024. No, Kielum was awful. They were okay in 2023. 2024 was the year they just went to poo poo. Oh man, am I tired? I need a nap in between innings if this action doesn't pick up a little bit. Doosan is going to have their 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. Please be about to back. Good. Man, this commercial's taking forever. Gonjin. All right, so Kim Min Soccer looks at the ball one up high. All right, the 1-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. They're scouting for the national team. This year they have the Asia Games, which could end up being a very big deal, as the 1-1 is grounded to the second baseman, throws over to first, and 1 away. The reason why is because they do not stop. They no longer stop the league for Korea to go play in the Asia leagues or the Asia Games. If the Asian team or Asian game team wins a gold medal, all of those that, all of the Asia game players get a gold medal. Then they also get exemption from military duty. So it's a pretty big deal. Teams will let their players, their star young players go so that they can get exemption. So guys like An Hyun Min, he's already done military duty though, so he doesn't need to get excused. But big ones like Moon Hyun Bin would end up probably going. I don't know, probably Kim Ji Chan for Samsung, Chun Byung Woo, the third baseman for Samsung, as the 0-2. Did he go around? I don't know if he did or not. He says he did. That's will be first strikeout of the day for Gerardo, and 1 away. What's up, Giorno? For Kong Sung Ho. 2 away now, and that brings up the number 8 hitter. I have not seen him yet this season. Kim Jong Sung. 250 on the season. Not too shabby. Yourself, as that one is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Rado working quickly. 12 pitches in the first inning. That's a pitch number 8 there for a ball, and it's 1-1. 20 pitches from Gerardo so far. Just working quick. That's a ton. And I'm sure that's not 10,000 won. All on the KBO? That's probably what I would have done if I was using your money. Yeah, another 1-2 pitch. The swing and a miss, and another strikeout. 2 strikeouts to end the inning. 2 strikeouts for Gerardo. Just 22 pitches for the big guy. And we will go to the third inning. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I think everybody's asleep in this entire KBO atmosphere. 일할때도 없겠도 없겠도. 짠. Da-da, da-da. Elsewhere around the league, quick update on some scores, courtesy of the My KBO Live app. Kia and NC tied up at singles, bottom of the second there. LG is still up 1-0. SSG is up 1-0, and Lotte is up 1-0. Can Lotte do it, ladies and gentlemen? I hope not, because I have Alcantara on my fantasy team. Leading things off is going to be the number 8 hitter. Way outside, though, and it's 1-0. And that's in there for a strike, 1-1. 2-11 on the season for Yang Woo Hyun. As again a replacement for EJ Hyun. And the 1-1 is a foul away, 1-2. Another left-handed hitting middle infielder. They are everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. That is the calling card of the KBO. Left-handed hitting, right-handed throwing middle infielders. As the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Guak Bean, his third. As brings up the number 9 hitter. And 1 away. Man, my tablet is slow. Push a button and waiting 3 seconds before it pops up. All right, Kang Min Ho way down into the 9 spot now for the man, as that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. 215 on the season, still no home runs. He's Started at the middle of the lineup and then moved down to the bottom. Now he's hanging out in the cellar of it, and that's a curveball that didn't curve, and it's a ball. One pitch. That one is lifted to right center field. That's going, but Jung-Soo Bin right at the warning track makes the catch, and it's 2 away. He gave it a ride. That's probably a home run in his home stadium, but not in Jamshil, the hardest stadium or the deepest stadium. Flips the lineup back over to Kim Ji-chan. Kim Ji-chan grounded back to Guak Bin in the first inning, 0 for 1 on the day. That is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's on 1. 256 on the season for the light hitting center fielder. The 0-1 misses way outside, 1-1. Been doing baseball all day today, ladies and gentlemen. Played some wiffle ball with my students. Is the 1-1 is going to be a ground ball. First baseman picks it up, steps on the bag, and that is another 1, 2, 3 inning. We will go to the bottom of the third. We are flying, ladies and gentlemen. 3 up, 3 down, just moving along, which means the later part of this game is just going to hit a brick wall. 9-1-2 hitters coming up for Doosan here. Who hit a home run? Nasung Bomb leaves the yard. Getting them fantasy points, ladies and gentlemen. Na, 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 na. What happens if it ends in a tie, DiGiorno? What happens if it ends in a tie? All right, so Jung-Soo Bin leads off the bottom of the 9th here. Looks to strike one at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Yeah, another 0-1, and that's going to be a ground ball, but hooks it foul. 0-2. Soo Bin. Six innings, a quality start. 7 innings, a quality start plus. 8 innings, dominance, and 9 innings, one or a complete game. A nice little sign there, a swing and a miss though, and that's going to be another strikeout. 3 straight strikeouts for Mr. Hirado, and that's 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Flips the lineup back over for Park Chan-ho. Just catches the outside bottom corner. Painting like Maddox. Big old umpire is back there. Time is called, though. I mean, he's been around. He's the league leader in innings. I don't know how many years. He doesn't strike out a lot of guys, but he doesn't walk a lot either. Is that outside 1-1? On one. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman, a jump throw, a diving, a slide in by Pak Chan Ho, and he is in there with an infield single. Could have just ran through it and would have been safe, no questions. Instead, you got a belly flop into first. That way you look cool. Fundamentals, ladies and gentlemen. Fundamentals. Optional in the KBO. All right, that brings up Cameron. A 1-for-1 on the day. He singled in his first at-bat. Was left over on the base pass, though. Checks on Pak Chan Ho. Okay. Yeah. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. See if they run. He's 9 for 10 on the season. He's got both oven mitts on, ladies and gentlemen. You don't even have to jump. If you can just run through. Yeah, again, Luke, the fundamentals optional. Fundamentals optional. Running through gets you there faster. As that is right back to Harada, who knocks it, steps on the second or to the second baseman, and steps on the bag, throws out to Cameron, as that will go down as a 1-4-3 inning ending, a double play as we go to the fourth. The 1-4-3 double play. Wow, we are flying. But you don't get tagged at first. So they don't tag you at first. The only time you would ever dive is if you had lost your footing. That's when you would dive. Or if the throw is up the line towards the catcher, like it's a bad throw from the second baseman or whoever, and the first baseman is kind of jumping to grab the ball and would swing down to tag you, that's when you do. What's your physics test on, Arpo? Can the Samsung losing momentum be stopped? The ultimate question. Two, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Samsung. Kim Sung-yoon looks at ball one. Yeah, he's already made a nice play out in right field. Oops, wrong side. A 1-0 misses low, 2-0. Can he bring it back, Arpo? All right, the 2-0 pitch. And that misses up high, 3-0. Yeah, Arpo, I can't use Samsung songs. They're all copyrighted. They all will shut down my stream. 3-0 misses low, walks him on 4 straight pitches. Putting a super fast guy on with a leadoff walk. It's a interesting strategy. The managers need to take a simple math test. All right, so Che Young-woo steps in now. The oldest player to homer in the KBO. Checks over on the runner. He's back easily. Yeah. That is into the dirt, though. But unfortunately, the old YouTube doesn't take kindly to playing copyrighted music. Che Young-woo was struck out in his first at bats. 5 straight pitches, 5 straight balls for Guak Bean. And that's right down the middle. 1-1. And it checks over on the runner. He slides back in as safely. Calls time. We'll adjust the dirt in his britches. He up 4-1 now. Kim Do-young also with a home run. Looks like a 2-run shot from him. Na-sung Bam also with a home run. Not back to back. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. And it catches the outside, 1-2. Oh, so lame. Like the NC song, I got copyright not so I got copyright claim, but it wasn't a copyright strike. So they don't copyright strike you. They do copyright you. So the 1-2 is going to be ripped into right field. That's going to drop down in front of Cameron, and Kim Sung Yoon is going to head first to third, and it's easily in there. And that Che Young-woo heads on over to second base because of the throw. Once again, some bad fundamentals. Right fielder Cameron, the runner at first is extremely fast. He decides to try to throw him out at third base, even though there was no way he was throwing him out at first. Instead, now Che Young-woo is able to go to second base on the throw. So you've got runners at second and third instead of runners at first and third with nobody outs because of poor fundamentals. So runners on second and third. Diaz lifts that one up. Cameron will be underneath it, though. Makes the catch. Che Young-woo should also tag up. And that's going to be a sacrifice fly to right field. And that puts the Samsung up 1-0. Chae Young-woo also tags up and heads to third. So now they've got a runner on third with just 1 out still for Yuji Hyuk. Yuji Hyuk, a left-handed hitter, so he can pull one over there towards first base. They'd have to come home and tag. Chae Young-woo, not at all, Luke. I don't know why anybody would take him, honestly. They draw the infield in. That's a misses down. Yuji Hyuk rounded into a 4-3 put out in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. 51 pitches for Guak Bean. The 1-0 pitch just sets up right down the middle. And it misses inside at 2-0. A leadoff single or a leadoff walk. It came around to score. Still just 1 out. So the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up with a runner 90 feet away. Yeah, 2-0 pitch sets up down the middle again. Swing and a miss at ball 3. 2-1. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Way up high. 3-1. All right, the 3-1 pitch to Yuji Hyuk. That's going to be slapped right back up the middle, and that's going to be an RBI single, and Chae Young-woo is going to come on home, and that's 2-0. Yuji Hyuk hanging out at first base now. Kim Hun-gon. That was right back up the middle. He's a line drive right over. 2-1 now for Samsung as they look to end this losing streak. Guak Bean, a little mound visit here from Yang Yi-ji. DiGiorno enjoying his early game here. Enjoying the early 2-0 lead from Samsung. All right, here we go. Kim Hun-gon singled in his first at-bats. 1 for 1 as they check over on Yuji Hyuk. Harpo is dancing as he studies his physics. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, 0-1. And the 0-1 big curve doesn't curve enough, and it's 1-1. Yuji Hyuk at 9 for 10 on the season with stolen bases. Do they put him in motion? Yang Yi-ji, not the best at throwing guys out. He is definitely an offensive catcher. The 3 main big league or the main catchers who get all the recognition in this league are all offensive catchers, not defensive, as that's another check over on him. Just a reminder, they do not have a disengagement rule in the KBO, like the MLB, where you have to, on the third one, you either get them or you don't. And here comes the
Thank you
1-1
for the
pitch.
recommendation, Donna 2000.
Thank you, Donna. Donna of 2000, and that is a foul tip to make it 1-2000. And it is at 2,000 to 0. Doc Bean running into some issues here. Here comes pitch number 18 of this inning. He's already given up 2 runs. Out a runner on first with still just 1 out. And the 1-2 in there for a strike. A beautiful breaking ball that just drops down. Big, giant Uncle Charlie for outs number 2. Big old Uncle Charlie. That brings in Jun Byung-woo, wanting to get some more runs for Samsung here. That's his just catches the outside, 0-1. 60 pitches now for Guang Bean. 17 in the first, 14 in the second, 13 in the third, but he's thrown 19, getting ready to throw pitch number 20 here in the 4th inning. Sitting on the outside corner is Yang Yi, and that's a big curveball that doesn't curve enough, and it's 1-1. 1-1. We're having some fun in the KBO tonight. And here we go, the 1-1 pitch. Nope, checks over on the runner. Yeah, slides back in. Dr. Forehair. Shampoo Dr. Forehair. All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside. And it checks over on him. NH 능력 당신 라이프 사랑받는 평생. Guac Bean making sure everybody he remembers what a curveball is supposed to do. And Jun Byung-woo, tired of waiting, is have to stretch back there at the plate. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside to just above the knees. And a swing and a miss, 1-2. He flew out to right field in his first at-bat. He was behind on a couple fastballs, too. No, I don't know him very well. There's another swing and a miss, and that's a 5 strikeouts for Guac Bean. But he gives up 2 on a walk, a sacrifice, and a couple singles. We will go to the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 Samsung. No, they don't do strikes or anything like that if it's not their music. Like if I'm singing it, because I do sing them every once in a while when because again I have like this ear right here has the broadcast in it so that I can hear anything that the announcers say. It's usually just talking about how handsome the pitcher is and that he threw 150, or yelling and screaming because a ball was a foot off the plates with an 0-2 count. But yeah, I often will sing the songs that I hear in my earphones. I don't know if Samsung if they're still copyrighted or not. So what I usually do is the reason why I don't have all the team songs is because every team takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to upload. Because again, I have to record it onto my phone, and then from my phone I have to send it to my computer, and then my computer I have to edit away the video and then trim the music, and then I have to take that, save that as an audio file, and then take that audio file and put into the boxes I have. I don't know. Maybe I could actually. I don't know if I can show you guys or not. I don't think that one. Maybe this one. I can show you with mine. So I have this is my iPad. So if you see all these buttons, these are all the buttons to change the score bugs. So I have 3 of these type things that monitor all of the music and all of that stuff. As we are back, Gerardo out on the mound, 31 pitches so far. And that pitch is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Park Jun Soon leading things off. And that's in there for a strike, 0-2. throws it into the dirt. So 1-2. But then, so once I put it on the box, then I have to make a stream. I do a private stream and I play all the music, and then I wait for YouTube to give me a copyright strike. And a swing and a miss there. Another strikeouts for Gerardo. Fourth one of the day. And one away. Brings up Yang Yi. Taught myself all of it. I don't show the game on the other platforms. They don't get any audio. All right, the 2-0 pitch now. That's a misses. That just catches the outside, and it's 2-1. I've already talked to Soup. I have talked to I have talked to them. I do not stream this broadcast. That is a completely different broadcast. That is in there for a strike at the top of the zone, a 3-2. And that is a swing. Just gets a piece of it. And the 3-2 swing and a miss. Another strikeout for. Yeah, that's a. But no, I've talked to them. They said that I'm not allowed to show this game, and I don't show the game anywhere else. There's nothing I'm doing that is wrong. And that is just outside 1-0. All right, the 1-0 pitch fouls it into his foot, and it's a 1-1. Young someone. And another strikeout. Strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Go. And we will go to the 5th inning. Sorry, I just made some changes. Did they really? I think it's still up. Are you sure? It still shows that I'm alive. Are you sure? Log back in, Luke, and see if they did. Log back in. Yeah. Because I mean, it still shows that I am live on my other one. Okay. Yeah, I was saying I've talked to all right, that's good.
Thank you for the recommendation, Armand _.
Thank you, Armand. Welcome, welcome. All right, the top of the fifth inning, number eight's the hitter coming up as Guac Bean has 73 pitches. Yeah, and the 1-0 pitch is fouled away, 1-1. Let's see, one. And that is a broken bat, a little soft liner to the shortstop, and that's one away. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Cognino. Let's see. All right, here we go. Misses up high, 1-0. It's all right. Cognino 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center in his first at bats. Now they're basically saying that I'm not allowed to show the game on another platform because they have the international broadcasting rights, but I'm not showing the game on another platform. So yeah, I mean, I've already talked to him before I ever started. That was one of the things is I would not stream on SOOP if I couldn't also stream on YouTube. A 1-2 pitch to Kong Min Ho. And that misses up high. 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch that is turned on, lifted up, a left fielder giving chase, but in foul territory, and that will be a souvenir. Stays at 2-2. Piece of the broken bats, it looks like. It picked up off the floor, off the ground. All right, 1 out to Kong Min Ho. The 2-2 counts, 2-0 game. And a beautiful breaking ball again as he's got the curveball working. Another strikeout of the viewing variety. And a 2 away. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. All right, top of the lineup, Kim Ji Chan walked and scored a run. Nope, never mind. That was Kim Sung Yoon. 0 for 2, grounded outs to the first baseman and to the pitcher. 1-0 counts. And that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be through onto the right side. And that was the ground ball that I was talking about. And he is on base for the first time today with with a single. Brings up a Kim Sung Yoon. Kim Sung Yoon 0 for 1 on the day. Kim Sung Yoon walked and scored a run to lead off last inning. Checks over on the runner who has got a ton of speed. He will probably be off on a pitch here at some point in this at bats, especially with 2 outs. And checks on him again. I wish we could get a better camera angle there. Besides turning the camera over right whenever the ball's on the ground. All right. And that misses up high. All 4. And he walked it to lead off last inning with a 4-pitch walk. And the 1-0 misses outside, ball 6. Walk being 17 pitches in the first, 14 in the second, 10 in the third, 22 last inning. 13 here is he's gotten 2 quick outs, but a 2-out single and now a 2-0 counts to Kim Sung Yoon. Samsung would love to get into that to Doosan bullpen, who is again without their closer Kim Tae-kyun, who was removed, I believe, on Saturday. Yeah, the 2-0 pitch that sets up right down the middle, and he lifts that one left fielder, ranging over though. And he hits off of his glove, and Kim Ji Chan is going to come around to score on what should have been outs number 3. What defense, ladies and gentlemen? What defense? As Samsung gets another one on. I would. They're going to give him a hit. But 100% should have had that caught. He sticks the glove up. It hits off the edge of it. And Kim Ji Chan obviously running off a 2 when it's a 2 strikes or a 2 outs. He stopped looking. He just took his eye off the ball. Just took his eyes right off the ball, looked at the wall instead of the ball. Please tell me they gave him an air on that. Would you guys give him an air on that? All right, it's Shea Hyung Woo, swing and a miss there, 0-1. No, they gave him a double. All right, the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball right at the second baseman. Look what I found. It throws over, and that's will be a 3 but they get A questionable hit with 2 outs. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 100% should have been a catch in anybody's book that I have ever seen. But that'll go down as a double. Not an error, and Samsung's up 3-0, and they can smell the end of the losing streak, ladies and gentlemen. They can smell the end of the losing streak. I mean, you. Oh, the amount of times I keep hearing the same. Da, da, da. Oh, coming up in the bottom of the 5th inning, we're going to have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. Kim Min Suk, who just missed that catch out in left field, will lead things off. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, the 0-1 is rolled over to the second baseman. It throws to first, and that's away. Thank you. All right, I got to fix my my pitch counts for Gerardo. All right, so let me get things situated as Kong Sung Ho steps in, and it's 0-1. I hope, Soup, I hope you subscribed over on YouTube when you went to go check out my stream. And the 0-1 misses low, 1-0. 1-1, sorry. That's Mrs. Low, and it's a 2-1. Yeah, they still do balloons. That's the super chats of Soup.
Thank you for the recommendation, Bone G.
Thank you, Bone G. Now I gotta change my settings. Oh, he hits him. Put him on. No, maybe it hit his hat. It might have hit the end of his. Ah, it hit the end of his bats. It didn't hit him. And that is going to be slapped, but is going to get to foul. I love you guys. All right, that is a foul away also. Now I could put that back up since now they've fixed that confusion. All right. So the 2-2 pitch once again, slapped foul again. He is going to slowly run that pitch count up. So, we'll give him some more music since the next guy doesn't have any. And another just slapping him over there. Slap, 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 slap. Slap it around. Yeah, another 2-2 pitch. Another foul. Guys over there on the right side, down by the outfield first base side, are enjoying this at bats. They are getting all kinds of souvenirs. All kinds of souvenirs. All right, the 2-2 pitch is that's gonna roll. Shortstop grabs it. He's gonna have to throw quick, not in time, and that's gonna be an infield single. After all of that, the third baseman should have been taking that because his momentum would have been going to first, but he pulls off for some reason, and that's a really hard throw for the shortstop. He's got to throw back across his body. I'm not sure why the third baseman didn't take that. Before I ever started with SOOP, I talked to them about if I was able to do both, and they said, yeah, that I just can't show. All right, Im Jong-hyun now, 1-0. I wonder if it's because I applied for a partnership. I applied to be promoted on their channel, and I wonder if they were checking that. I also applied to be an official sports streamer on the platform, so I wonder if that's what they're doing. If they're going through and checking everything. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Im Jong-sung, 0 for 1, struck out in his first at bats. In Doosan, just a revolving door over there at third base. 1-1 in there for a strike, 1-2. Ever since Hog Young-min left and went to KT the last 2 years, Doosan just cannot figure anything out over at third base. They had Kang Seung-ho playing at third base last year, but his offense dipped down so much they ended up taking him away. Swing and a miss and another strikeout for Hirado. 7th of the day. Luke, I would love to get paid to stream. I want to get paid to stream before you get paid to watch my stream. All right, so Jung Soo Bin steps in, and he lifts that one up, but that could be trouble, and it is going to drop down, a Texas Big League single, and Kang Seung-ho is going to head on over to third base. Yeah, runners now at the corners. Chano steps in now. The old Texas Big League single. Nothing you can do about that one, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing you can do about it. So runner on first has plenty of speed, and Jung Soo Bin. Uh-oh. Yuji Hyuk is might be coming out. That'll be a huge blow. Samsung cannot afford to lose Yuji Hyuk. Looks like a back spasm or something. Maybe running, looking back, and stomped a little too hard. Warming up there is, I don't know who. He just wanted a little massage. Just wanted a little massage, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, get the old rub down. All righty, that first pitch is in there for a strike to Pak Chan Ho. Pak Chan Ho 1 for 2 on the day. Has singled in his last at bat. A 6-3 ground out in his first. As Pak Chan Ho's got something in his eyes. I don't see the old Jamshil bugs flying around. They must be on vacation. The 1 pitch outside, 1-1. 12 pitches in the first, 10 in the second, 9 in the third, 15 in the fourth, and he's at 21 pitches coming up now here in the fifth. Lays off of that one. 2-1. Pak Chan Ho. Pak Chan Ho. Pak Chan Ho. Ooh, NC's tied it up at 4. All right, here we go. The 2-1 pitch just sets up on the inside and rips it foul. 2-2. Hanwha's also tied it up, ladies and gentlemen. Noshiwan with the RBI. The world is dying when Noshiwan is getting some RBIs. All right, the 2-2 is going to be a round ball up the middle. The second baseman, the shortstop, grabs it, throws. I couldn't figure out who was going to do what, as that went right past Harado. Then it slowly went up. The second baseman peeled off. The shortstop grabs it, throws him out. And that's is 3 away. We'll take a little bit of a break. I'll be back in a few. right, we're back. Guac Bean is still out on the mound. He faces Diaz, a swing and a miss there, 0-1. Yeah, a little crazy with the old. Yeah, the power of the scoreboard, I guess, right? I couldn't get it to go back to where it was supposed to be. I was struggling. Swing and a miss there. Diaz not looking good here. Sacrifice fly in his last at bats. Strikeout in his other one. 0 for 1 on the day. And the 0-2 count to swing and a miss and another failed. Not even, he just looks out of it. I think he needs a little break. Really seems to be struggling with the bats. Nothing behind it. All right, UG Huck steps in now. A big RBI single in his last at bats. 1 for 2 on the day. That's a strike, and it's 0-1. 83 pitches now for Guac Bean. Looking to try to get through this 6th inning. That's Mrs. Lowe, 1-1. UG Huck again had the RBI single to bring home Che Hyung Woo. And the 1-1 slapped foul. 1-2. Looks like his back is just fine. No problems for UG Huck, it seems. As here we go, the 1-2 pitch. Way up high, 2-2. And here we go, the 2-2 pitch. And he rolls over. That's the first baseman to grab it. He'll take it himself. Yeah, that's 2 away. Guac Bean started the inning with started the game with a 1-2-3 first inning, at a 1-2-3 third inning. But the 4th and 5th ran into some trouble. He's trying to get it through with a 1-2-3 here. Kim Gong will come out to try to keep him from doing that. Kim Gong 1 for 2 on the day, singled in his first at bats. That is end of the dirt though, and 1-0. 364 on the season for the left fielder. That's a roll, goes down to grab it. The third baseman throws across the diamond, and a 1-2-3 inning. And we will go to the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 Samsung. Da, 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 da. Coming up is going to be the 2-3-4 hitters for Doosan. Check here. Elsewhere around the league, again, Kia and NC are tied up at 4. That game is about as even as you could possibly get. Kia scores 1 in the second, top of the second. NC scores 1 in the bottom of the second. Kia scores 3 in the top of the third. NC scores 3 in the bottom of the third. Both of them with this 6 hits and 5 hits. Both of them with a walk. Then LG's up at 2-0 against KT. It'll be interesting though. LG lost their closer for the season. He is out for the season. They're up 2-0 right now. And then Hanwha is taking the lead, as Kiwi has let us know. SSG with an early 1-0 lead, but Hanwha's put up 1 run in the 4th and the 5th. Kium is taking the lead over Lotte. Lotte with an early 1-0 lead, but Kium scored 2 in the top of the 5th inning to take the lead there. Right, Torado is still out there on the mound, is sitting comfortably. He'll have the 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up here in the bottom of and Cameron aligns it to 2. Right field, and that's one away. 1 pitch, 1 ounce. Just 70 pitches now for Gerardo through 6 1/3 innings. Sorry, 5 1/3 innings. Park Jun Soon steps in now. Gerardo 7 strikeouts. Trying to go deep, and that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. That ground ball, third baseman to backs, and then a weak throw, but a 1 hopper over, and that's 2 away. Steps back to good step back to make that play instead of trying to get it on the short hop, but throws off of his back foot and 1 hops it to Diaz over there at first. Looking like John Lesser trying to throw to first over there. Yeah, most of the stuff is all orange because of Hanwha colors. And that is in there for a strike. But I will say my first car was orange. So it was destiny, I think. All right, Yang Yiji steps in. And that is ripped into left field, though. Yeah. He's on base for the second time today, this time with another single. 6th inning. Yeah, so all of this, I had somebody, I want to say 5 years ago, make all of this, most of this stuff. Like the camera border that's like right here. I had them, they did all that design stuff. All right, so Yang Sung Han steps in. On the day, and that 0-2 on the day. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 6-4 ground out in his first at bat. This struck out in his second, so that's up high though, and it's 1-1. Yeah, another 1-1, and that's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman that throws over to seconds, and 5-4 putouts ends the inning as they get another runner, but leave them on. They've got 5 on, but they've got themselves a losing game. We go to the 7th inning. 3-0 Samsung. Yeah, like all of this stuff that you see. So like all this background stuff. He drew that picture. I just gave him a picture of me, and then he drew that. So like where the Dreads Rock TV, all of that, even like this logo here, like he drew all of that. It took quite a while. I had quite a few revisions to get it exactly how I wanted. But yeah, I gave him a picture and then told him kind of what I wanted. And then he came up with a lot of this design stuff. And then he gave me basically one of them. And then, so like where it says into 6th and into 6th I went and made all of those corrections to kind of finalize it how I wanted. Yeah, this game is flying, but it is going to hit a brick wall in just a bit, I believe. Samsung is going to have their 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming up. I imagine that we are going to get into the bullpen. Yes, we are. Yunte Ho out on the mound for Doosan. 2.16 ERA on this season. 1 win, 1 save, 1 hold, 10 games, 8 points, 1 innings. This is where things start to get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Bullpen time. Kiwi, have you seen John Goodman? They're going to have to play with the mound. Yeah, I haven't seen John Goodman at all this year. I don't know if maybe he's just hanging out in the review booth or something. Big old divot there on the mound. Just digging it out more. I do know Lotte was his feet slipped whenever he landed there. I know Lotte was looking for a groundskeeper. Like, how do they not fill that in? Like how do you not bring out some dirt and some water and fill this in? Like you just dug it out more. That looked a little better. But how do you take the dirt away? Like how do you I don't get that. Again, this is the only stadium that never gets an off day since Doosan and LG both have this stadium. If Doosan is away, LG is home. If LG is home, Doosan is away. So the outfield, the dirts, everything, it gets a full 144 games. Usually there's also a, playoffs and things like that. All right, to Jun Byung-woo, 0 for 2 on the day. He is happy to see Glock Bean gone. And that's low, ball 1. It's probably last year's. That's going to be a soft liner to the shortstop, but catches it. Yeah. 1 away. It depends on when they started, when they became KBO fans. So, like, if they started watching last year, they're probably going to be Hanwha fans, because Hanwha was the team, the favorites from last year. If they started watching in 2020, they're going to be NC fans. If they started watching in 2021, they're going to be KT fans. Or if you're Kiwi and love punishments, you're a Hanwha fan. As the 0-1 misses up high, 1-1. Now there's also, like Kiwi, he's a Hanwha fan because he's lives in Daejeon. And because he hates winning. 1 and 2. It's well, luckily I think it's like Oka or something like that. So maybe Korean, like KOSHA, Korean Occupational Safety Hazard or Safety Hazard Association is the 1-2 is going to be a ground ball through the right side, and he is going to be on base with a 1-out single. Other hits for the old Samsung Leonese as that brings up Kang Min Ho. Kiwi and that is up high. Kiwi and Stefan are getting angry. Yeah. Just wait. I mean, if you can tell me who your MLB team is, and I'll tell you who you should follow. 'Cause that is 2-0. Yeah, I mean, if you're a Dodgers fan, then probably either Hanwha for Yuhan Jin. They also had Pak Chan Ho or Chan Ho Park. As the 2-1 misses inside a 3-0. Then you also have if you're you could be a Kium Tigers fan or a Kium Heroes fan because Kim A Song played for them as the 3-0 is in there for a strike on the outside. If you're a giant San Francisco Giants fan, obviously you could be a Lotte Giants fan. That way you keep the same very strange whole setup thing where your mascot is a giant, but it's actually a seagull. As that is going to be a walk, and now you've got runners on first and second with the top of the order coming up. Yeah, KT is good. Again, they have the best uniforms, in my opinion. They have, let me rephrase it. They don't have the best regular uniforms. They have the best specialty uniforms. They have the best specialty uniforms. All right, Kim Ji Chan steps in now, 1 for 3 on the day, singled and scored a run in his last. I wouldn't say so. I'm gonna say no, because all of like Kia has great Children's Day uniforms, but other than that, I think they're lacking. That's misses outside, 1-1. Yankee. If you're a Yankees fan, you got to be a Kia Tigers fan. The 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop throws to the second baseman, throws to first, and that's will be 6-4-3 double played in the inning. We go to the bottom of the seventh. It's 3-0. Well, that's because Lotte was one of the original teams, and because they're one of the original teams, they have the biggest fan bases. They're so new. KT, I've been following the KBO longer than KT has been a team. No, but LG, you could think LG because of the pinstripes, but the reason why I say Yankees and Kia is because Kia has the most championships in the KBO, and the Yankees have the most championships in the MLB. But most of the Yankees most of the Yankees championships have been from a long time ago, and they still like to brag about how many they have. Same way with Kia. They have most of their championships are from a very, very long time ago, but all of the Kia fans like to brag about how many championships they have. So it works out well for them. Yeah, Marlins. You could say Giants and Marlins because they're both Southern teams. I don't know who played for the Marlins that is still around in the KBO. Murado back out on the mound again, pitching extremely well. And they'll have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up. Kim Min Suk. And that first pitch is a ground ball to Diaz, and that's a 1 away. But LG doesn't have a lot of past championships. Yeah. And like the Yankees, the Kia Tigers had this random just one-off championship. All right, to Kong Sung Ho. Diaz, and I knew Austin Dean. Bowler too. I knew Diaz and Dean, but I'm a Cardinals fan, so I still think of Austin Dean as a Cardinal. As the 1-1, a swing and a miss. 1-2. Kong Sung Ho, 1 for 2 on the day. Single in his last at bat, 11 pitch at bats. Came through, and then a strikeout in his first. Another 1-2, low. Yeah, Marlins, I would say. Yeah. So usually, since there's as the 2-2 pitch here, is that one is lifted up, right fielder going back, makes the catch, and 2 away. Usually, what I do is I think of for the KBO. Since there's 10 teams, I think that every team in the MLB should have 2 teams, so 2 teams per team in each division. Me? No. Oh, are you talking about Yahoo fan? All right, so that brings up Im Jong Sung 0 for 2 on the day, couple strikeouts, and that's way outside 1-0. Yeah, another 1-0 pitch. And a swing and a miss there, 1-1. Da-da-da. And that's going to be a ground ball. This shortstop picks it up, throws over, and a 1-2-3 inning for Gerardo as he's still sitting. It's just 86 pitches. We will go to the 8th inning, 3-0 Samsung. Coming up in the top of the inning for Samsung is going to be the 2-3-4 hitters. Yeah, the Yankees are big because of their spring training facility, right? And then also because so many transplants from some snowbirds in Boston, from Boston and New York, hanging out. All the old money hanging out in Florida. Teacup. So elsewhere around the league, we've got a 4-4 tie in Changwon between Ikea and NC, bottom of the 6th there. LG's up 2-0 against KT, bottom of the 6th. SSG and Hanwha, both it's a 2 in the bottom of the 8th, and a 2-2 game in Kiyomin Lotte. So this is the biggest game, the biggest difference in game and the scores right now is Tamura comes out on the mound, 11.25 ERA. This is going to get interesting, ladies and gentlemen. We won't say anything else about that. 9 games, 8 innings, 9 strikeouts, and a bunch of walks. He'll face the 2-3-4 hitters coming up. The old Expos, Rick Fitty. So, did Expos fans, did they become Nationals fans or did they become Toronto fans? The old Expos. All right. And he fakes the bunts, pulls it back. It's in there for a strike, though, and it's 0-1. All right. Enjoy. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. And that's in there for a strike right down the middle, and it's 0-2. Yeah. We got two different opinions here. Yeah, it's like, did they stop watching baseball? Did they become like Red Sox fans? Or did they maybe become, I don't know, that's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, steps on the bag, one away. Or did they just pick a random new team? I assume that they'd be pretty upset with the Nats. It's like Seattle Supersonics fans, I don't think became Oklahoma City Thunder fans. All right, to Shea Hyung Woo, 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at ball one up high and out of the zone, 1-0. Yeah, that's, yeah, I wonder, because again, I can't imagine that they're happy about it, as that one is lifted in left fielder, center fielder going to go back. That is going to be off the wall, and he is going to once again be on second base. Second time he's been on a second today, this time with an actual double, as Diaz will step up now. Yeah. So here's something for you guys. When I was streaming the WBC, same as my YouTube stream, I ended up getting a copyright strike. Even the game hadn't even started yet. And again, I wasn't showing the game, the same as my YouTube stream, as that is in the dirt. And because of that, I was banned from streaming for 7 days. So I went into I saw a white guy. And so I went into his stream and to warn him, hey, watch out. Uh, and he was from Montreal. He was a Montreal Canadian. He lives in Montreal, French Canadian guy. The 1-0 is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. So I watched his stream for a while, and it turns out that he used to be the mascots for the Expos. He's a big hockey streamer. He used to be the mascot for the Expos. And another 1-1 pitch is popped up. Second baseman is shortstop. Shortstop under it, and that will be 2 away. I assume that they would. I don't. Do they cross the bay? Do they cross the bay and become, Giants fans? And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. UG Huck. Yeah, that's what I would think, Luke. For Oakland. No Raiders, no Athletics. Yeah, I'm sure there's some diehard Steve. And welcome, Steve, by the way. As the 1-1 pitch to UG Yuck, 1-for-3 RBI single, a couple ground outs. That's going to be a ground out. The third baseman misses it. Shortstop grabs it and throws him out. And that will be 3 away, a double, but nothing after that. They've left another one on. That's 5 now that they've left on. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 3-0. Oaktown has the ballers now. Why did that not show up? What did you I don't know why that didn't show up, Steve. Oaktown has the Roots and the Ballers. Just a regular indie league team. Let's see who's coming up for Doosan. It'll be the 6. Nope, that's the wrong one. It'll be the 9-1-2 hitters coming up for Doosan in the bottom of the inning. Will Gerardo still be out there is the question. 86 pitches. He's had an 8-pitch inning, a 9-pitch inning, 2 9-pitch innings, and a 10-pitch inning, and a 12-pitch inning.
Thank you for the recommendation, Michael KBO.
Thank you, Michael. All right, so Park Jung-hyun out on the mound now. We will get a pitching change. Big Jung-hyun. 2.53 ERA on the season. This is my favorite part, so if you're in YouTube, you can watch now. Oh, bringing out the lefty to face the lefty, Jung-soo Bin. 1 for 2 on the day, singled in his last at-bat, has struck out in his first. And he'll face the lefty who throws it right down the middle for strike 1. I know, like, whenever I was St. Louis Cardinals football team, that's how old I am, as the 0-1 is fouled away, 0-2. I just became a Kansas City Chiefs fan because it was the only other team in the state. And on the 0-2 pitch, up high, 1-2. I wonder if I would have fell in love with football instead of baseball if the St. Louis Cardinals never left St. Louis. As that is right over the third baseman's head, and that will be his second single of the day for Jung-soo Bin. Oops, wrong one. No. As a Cardinals fan, you could never root for another Chicago team, even, if they're not. All right, the leadoff single from Jung-soo Bin flips the lineup back over. Park Chan-ho now steps in. That's strike 1 at the bottom of the zone. Kansas City, Missouri. 0 question. All right, the 0-1 pops him up, but it gets out of play. 0-2. Yeah, KCK is not a place you want to go. Somebody's getting delivery. I can hear the beeping trucks outside my window, down 33 floors, as the 0-2 is fouled away again. Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri. Although the Royale, the Kansas City Royale, which is the largest barbecue thing, I believe that is in I believe that is in Kansas City, Kansas. As the 0-2 is going to be a lifted to foul again. Yeah. Who knows? I don't know. But at the same time, you have a Paris, Missouri. You have a Texas City, Missouri. You have a Missouri City, Texas. You have a Cuba, Missouri. As the 0-2 pitch. That is going to be a liner that gets through on the right side. They'll have runners at first and seconds now. Back-to-back singles. And just like that, the tying run is coming to the plates. I'm not from Kansas City. I lived there for a couple years before I moved to Korea, but every state has a Springfield. Every state has a Springfield. All right, so that'll be it for him. Should have kept Dorado out there as we'll bring in a righty to face Cameron, I guess. Oh. Yeah, but the best Springfield is, of course, Missouri. I mean, there's no question about that. Like a zero question about that one. NC is taking the lead in the bottom of the sixth. Nail gives up a fifth run. Thank you. I'm from Missouri. That's why I have the St. Louis Cardinals sock monkey. St. Louis stuff. I do have a lot of St. Louis stuff in here. Get you a St. Louis Cardinals tumbler. Maybe you would prefer a St. Louis Cardinals pint. And a World Series license plate over there. I should put that on the Damas. I should put that. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Besides my family, obviously. All right, let's see who's coming in. Looks like Kim Tae-hoon coming in. He'll face Cameron. 2 games, 3 innings, 3 strikeouts. Oh yeah. But see, I don't know him as Baron Corbin. That's not how I met him. Yeah, like it feels weird to call him Baron Corbin. No, see, to me, his name is Tom Pesca. Another ball. All right, the 2-0. Yeah. Baron Corbin, what was his, a Lone Ranger or something like that? The Lone Wolf. The 2-0 way outside. 3-0. Yeah, I mean, the Cardinals, yeah, but the thing is like I didn't go to that many Cardinals games because it's so expensive. I think it was the the second part that censored you. The 3-0 is all low, and that's loads the bases up. Brings up the number 3 hitter, Pak Jun Soon. Bringing in a guy to walk him on 4 pitches. Just how you drew it up, ladies and gentlemen. Kiwi, I did get a message back from our the actual KBOS or KBS team. I know they're keeping the man down. Dang censorship, keeping the man down. Hanwha down 5-2 now. Yeah, he was actually I don't think a lot of people realize how athletic that guy is. As that one is a popped up, first pitch popped up, third baseman out in foul territory and jumps to make the catch. First pitch and he fouls it away. What a bad at bats. The guy just walked him on 4 straight pitches, and you go up there hacking. Yeah, he signed no bunts at all. He signed a free agent or undrafted free agent contract, and he was on I believe the Arizona Cardinals practice squad for years. As that is in the dirt. Want to know? Then he once he stopped doing that, he was doing MMA, I think. I think he was doing MMA because his dad was like a multi-gold glove boxer. Yeah, he was a guy that would defend you. You did not. He's not a guy you wanted not on your side. We'll put it that way. As the 1-0 is into the dirt, it's a 2-0. Oh, so much, Luke. Those of you guys joining, please make sure you hit the thumbs up on YouTube for the like and do it on SOOP also. That is how you up the stream, or it's also called a recommendation. It's what puts it out onto the main channel. If you're on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe. That way you know when I'm going live. If you're on SOOP, please hit the little star. That says how you follow me on SOOP. Yes, here we go. The 2-0 pitch to Yang Yi sets up down in the just misses, and it's 3-0. There's Steve, there hasn't been enough base runners on with nobody out to have any bunts. The one chance they had, first and second to this inning, they threw 4 balls. The 3-0 pitch, that's in there for a strike, and the get me over fastball goes in there for a strike, 3-1. Yang Yi 2 for 3 on the day, a single, a strikeout, and a single. Single here scores 2 as there's a ton of speed on the base pass. Jung Soo Bin, Pak Chan-o, and Cameron. And the 3-1, he grounds its foul, and that runs the count full. First full count of the day for Doosan. There have not been many full counts today. I think just 2. 1 for Samsung and 1 for Doosan. I may have missed a few when I was doing all the SOOP stuff where I was trying to fix all the SOOP issues. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Chicken winging is Yang E.G. And he pops him up. That will be an infield fly. And a 2 away. Bases loaded, nobody outs. Imagine Harado, who threw 86 pitches in 7 innings. And then the bullpen comes in and immediately loads the bases with nobody out. Like these foreign starting pitchers have got to be like, man, come on. What else can I do? All right. So now you've got the number 5 hitter, a Yang Sung Kwan. 0 for 3 on the day with a 6-4, a 5-4, and a strikeout. He's swatting the bugs. Don't waste all your hits on the bugs. 237 on the season. He's not using a lot in the games. And a swing and a miss at a pitch that almost hit him. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand why. I know Hanwha's player or men or guys were like that. Weiss was like that. Ishmael Rogers was like that. All right, the 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside. That is lifted to right field to Kim Sung-yoon, a give and chase at the warning track and makes the catch. Bases loaded, nobody out, and you go 0 for 3 after that and leave them all on. We go to the 9th inning. It's 3-0. That's so bad. That's so bad. So bad. Bases loaded, nobody out, and you've got your 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. Any closer who's elite, the best closer in the league, I would say, is currently is actually probably Hanwha's closer. That's just because he's a foreigner. The best closer in the league, I would say, is probably KT's closer, Park Young Hyun. He's probably the best, I would say. SSG's closer, Jo Byung Hyun, is also really good. Outside of those 2 or 3, not to trust in too many. Oh, I believe Kang Baek Ho came out and Park Se Hyuk took over for him back behind the mound or back behind the plate. So 6, 7, 8 hitters will be coming up for Samsung here in the top of the 9th inning. Again, the worst one was where he just walked the guy on 4 straight pitches, and you go up there, hacking at the first one and pop it foul for out number 1. Will Tamura? Nope. We're gonna have a new pitcher here for Che Ji Gong out on the mound now. 18 ERA, 5 games, 3 innings, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, 500 batting average against, and a whip of 4. This could get real interesting, ladies and gentlemen, as the 0-1 pitch is ball up high. 1-1. Kim Gun 1 for 3, singled in his first at bat, struck out looking, and a 5-3 ground out in his last. That is a fouled away, 1-2. As that one is lifted up. Second baseman under it, and that's 1 away. Brings up the number 7 hitter, Jun Byung-woo. Jun Byung-woo, 0 for 3 on the day, flew out to a right in his first at bat, struck out, and a line out to the shortstop. Kiwi and Stefan having quite the adventure in watching some Daejeon baseball. That is a bounce into the dirt and bounces way away. 1-1, 1-0. Did they lose yet? That's probably it. Is that the game I'm doing? Which one am I doing? Are you going tomorrow? Ooh, right off the wrist. And that one, this is low, 2-0. Tomorrow is LG and KT. Thursday is SSG and Hanwha. Top of the ninth, 1 out, a 3-0 lead. The number 7 batter, Jun Byung-woo, looks at the ball 3 inside, 3-0. Where are you sitting tomorrow, Kiwi? The 3-0 pitch sets up at the thighs. Right down the middle. No. No, not at all. The 3-1 pitch just catches the inside corner, runs the count full. Second full count of the day for Samsung. The issue with the KBO is they draft the pitcher number 1 in the league or whatever. Number 1 in the draft, number 2 in the draft, number 3 in the draft. They immediately throw them in the next year. And he strikes out on a pitch right down the middle. Goes up 3-0 and gets struck out on 3 pitches right down the middle. Third base behind the bullpen. What are you talking about? Behind the dugouts? All right, stepping in now, Yang Woo-hyun. I was like, third base behind the dugout. Did the fans get so mad that they threw things around and moved the bullpen into the third base side? The 1-0 is in there for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, Luke, but they won't ever figure it out because they do the same thing. They don't develop pitchers. They just throw them out there. They never let them get improvements. As the 1-1 misses low, 2-1. Again, they throw them out there. They run them hard. Then the off season. Then they got finishing camp, and then they got winter camp, and then they got pre-spring camp, and then spring camp. Then they have the full season, and then they have finishing camp and winter camp, and it's just a nonstop. The 2-1 pitch just catches the inside corner, broke back over the mountain, slash the plates. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the 2-2 pitch is fouled away. Stays at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch sets up high, creeping up higher and higher, and that misses up high, and it runs the count full, 3-2. Two full counts today for Samsung. Both of them ended in strikeouts. Yeah, Luke, once they hire me, I was teaching one of the guys at my school to how to throw pitches today. The 3-2 is fouled away. I was explaining to him why KBO pitchers struggle so much. One of the pitches, the main pitches that a lot of KBO people throw, a lot of KBO pitchers throw, is a forkball. So I showed him what happens whenever you throw a KBO forkball. As the 3-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, just at the thighs. Pops him up as center fielder ranges over, though. That's will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. It's 3-0 Samsung. I explained to him the difference. I go, okay, here's how a KBO pitcher throws a split finger or a forkball, and I threw it, and he crushed it for a home run. Okay, now here is how you're supposed to throw a split finger fastball, and I throw it, and it just drops out of the bottom, and he swings and misses. He's like, "What was that?" I was like, "That is how you're supposed to throw a split finger fastball." All right, the bottom of the ninth coming up. They're gonna have the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming in. 6, 7, 8 hitters coming in. Who's gonna come out on the mound? I assume the old Samsung closer. Kim Min Suk, Kang Sung Ho, and Im Jong Young. Im Jong Sung. I imagine they'll have a pinch hitter down there, though. Double check. Yep, all my numbers are correct. Miyagi out on the mound. 397 on the season, 1 loss, 3 holds, 12 games, 11.1 innings, 9 strikeouts, 10 walks, 158 batting average against, and a 1.06. Bunt in a run. Kim Min Suk. Luke, you never saw how bad it was. As Kim Min Suk looks at the ball 1 on the inside, and it's 1-0. The managers were just so, or the balls in strike were just so bad. That's going to be a single right back up the middle. Right, to Kang Sung Ho will step in now. All these teams suddenly go into their Asian quota guys as their closers. Right, we've got a pinch hitter here. Kim Tae steps in. I've got some music somewhere. Yeah, bounces that into the dirt. So 1-0. And that misses way up. 2-0. And the real closer warming up in the bullpen. All right, the 2-0 pitch just sets up on the outside. Misses up high, 3-0. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Math is in there for a strike. Yeah, that was 2 years ago. That was the first year of the ABS system. Two of them, one was fired, one was suspended for the season, and the others were suspended for like a half a year or something like that. And the 3-1 misses way outside, ball 4. Runners now on first and seconds. Go get your closer. I imagine again we're gonna have a pinch hitter here. Doosan definitely has the best walk music though. Zero question. Like not up for debate at all. And here comes the pitching coach. That will be it. We'll get a pitching change. They will bring in the actual closer. Again, I don't know why they keep doing this. Oh, we'll have another pitching change. Kim Jae-yoon will come in. They'll face the 8-9-1 hitters with a 3-0 lead and nobody outs and 2 runners on. Elsewhere, it depends. No, it's so what happens is there's no such thing as tie goes to the runner, despite what we grew up playing. What it is it's whatever the call on the field was, and like them touching it exactly the same time is probably not going to ever happen. Like it could, but most likely it is never ever going to happen. Yeah, they go with the ump's original call because what they'll do is they'll review it and then they'll determine that there's no conclusive evidence to overturn the play. Yeah. KT coming from behind, scoring 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kim Min-hyuk with 2 RBIs. Yoo Jun-kyu with another one. As like I said, I called this. The fact that LG lost their closer for the season, they don't have really anybody. They don't really have anybody that can go in and close. Oh, they didn't bring him in. This is a different guy. Hee Sung Min, 64 ERA on the season. 1-0 with 3 holds, 12 games, 14 innings. Just any parts. All right, to Sonos up, pinch hitting, and that's up high, ball 1. Sonos up, hitting 114. How do you feel whenever you're getting pinch hit for a guy that's hitting 114 on the season? That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. The thing is the what really changes is the ball has to be in the back of the mitts. It can't just be in the mitts. It has to be in the back of the mitts. All right, the 1-1 pitch up high, 2-1. No, you need one that's all white. Get one that's all white so you can't see when it hits the back. That's yeah, you get a white mitts and then they can't see where the ball is in the mitts and it just automatically looks like it's at the back of it. All right, the 3-1 pitch. In there for a strike at 3-2. Second full count of the day for Doosan. Here we go, the 3-2 pitch. Up high, and he fouls it away. Ball 4. That's keeps it 3-2. All right, the 3-2 pitch sets up on the outside. A swing and a miss. Good thing they pinch hit with him. 1 away. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Jung Soo Bin. Led off last inning with a single. Was stranded over at third base, though. All right, the Jung Soo Bin steps in. 2 for 3 on the day. Swing and a miss there. Jung Soo Bin. And 0-1 in just gets the outside stitch, and it's 0-2. Subin, Jung Subin, Subin. And the 0-2 misses way outside, and that's 1-2. A right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, or sorry, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Throw the ball in the other batter's box. What we do. Did Kong Bae Ko hit a 3-run shot? As that one is into the dirts. 2-2. That's up high. Ball 3, 3-0. Again, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher, 0-2 counts. You try to throw it way out of the zone to try to get him to chase, and then now you can't throw a strike, and it runs the count full, 3-2. Another full count, the second straight full counts. And there we go, Jung-Soo Bin. Three-two pitch. Fouls it away. Stays 3-2. And that is into the dirts, and he walks. The bases loaded. Bases loaded once again, this time with just 1 out. Goes from an 0-2 counts. Are they going to bring in? Are they going to finally bring in the closer? Park Chan-ho will come in. He's 2 for 4 on the day. No, they're going to leave him out there. Kim Jae-yoon waiting. Interesting. Right-handed batter. Interesting. Leaving the lefty in against the right-handed batter. I'm sure this is going to end well, ladies and gentlemen. Man, that just catches the top of the zone. 0-1. 2 for 4, a 6-3 ground out, a single, a 6-3 ground out, and a single. Again, it was stranded on the base pass last inning. Biggest off-season signing was him coming from Kia to Doosan. That's just misses outside, 1-1. And the 1-1 is fouled away, 1-2. Here we go. The 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside. He rolls it. The shortstop is going to field it. Throws across. Not in time. And that's going to be an infield single, an RBI. And Doosan is on the board. You ready to bring in the closer yet? Still bases loaded with just 1 out. Again, why did you leave the lefty end of ace the righty? Oh, wait, that's right. Manager's decision. That'll be it for him. We'll have another pitching change. Another pitching change. They finally get a run across. So while we're watching, again, if you are checking out, so hit the little thumbs up button, please. Whether that's a like on YouTube or an up recommendation on SOOP. Also, if you would like to follow, please subscribe over on YouTube or hit the little star on SOOP. That is how you follow me. Lots of stuff going around on the league. Again, NC is up 5-4. Top of the 8th there for Kia's up to bat. LG just took the lead back after they coughed up the lead in the bottom of the 7th. They scored 2 in the top of the 8th to take the lead. They've got runners on first and second with 2 outs and the old big tuna up. Hey, then you've got SSG giving it away as they've got Hanwha's got the bases loaded with nobody out, so they're down. Kiwis just said a 5-4, so they must have scored 1. And then you've got Lotte, who just gave up 2 runs in the top of the 9th to Kiel. This is a pure KBO-ness. So I got runners on first and second with 1 out, or is it did somebody go over to third? So this is the biggest difference in the league right now, this 2-run game. This 2-run game is the biggest difference. Kim Jae-yoon out on the mound finally. And the first pitch to Cameron is fouled away. 0-1. Cameron, single, a 1-4-3 double play, a line out to right field, and a walk. 1 for 3 on the day. Come out and bring him some new chalk, some new rosin. 267 with runners in scoring position. Yeah. All right, the 0-1 pitch lays off of it, so 1-1. In quite a predicament here. Kim Jae-yoon is one of my closers on my fantasy team, and Cameron is one of my hitters. Either way, I win, right? All right, the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. 1-2. One and 2 pitch. That is going to be ripped into left field. Left fielder makes the play. The runner is going to easily come home, and this is a tie game. All right, now Gerardo looking around like, yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for that. All right, so they'll go back out to talk to the man, or yeah, head to head. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with this song. All right, the Kim Ji Chan out. Lee Sung Gyu goes over into center field. Or does he move to right and Kim Sung Yoon? But Pak Sung Gyu out in there. Never a dull night. Never a dull night, ladies and gentlemen. And the KBO is Pak Jun Soon steps in 0 for 4 on the day. Here we go. That's it. Catches the top of the zone. 0-1. All right, the 0-1 pitch. Pak Jun-soo lined out to right, a strikeout, a 5-3 ground out, and a pop up to the third baseman in foul territory. As the 0-1 is a fouled away too, and it's 0-2. A walk off in his last game. All right, they're trying to do the same here. The 0-2 pitch. Taps the glove on the ground and swing and a miss there. 2 away. Brings up the captain, ladies and gentlemen. Brings up the Capitan. KBO is just ridiculous tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Yang E.G. steps in. Swing and a miss there on 1. Yang E.G. I don't know if I have or not. I don't remember. All right, the 0-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside. Misses low. 1-1. He's not paying attention to the runners, ladies and gentlemen. He is not paying attention to the runners. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch. This was going a lightning fast game, and that misses inside at 2-1. We were on a record pace for a 2-hour, 30-minute game, and then the bullpens came. And now we're looking at a lovely, lovely. What is this? All right, here we go. The 2-2 count. Sets up on the inside. Nope. Spins off. Checks on the runner. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the inside. That is lifted up. Right fielder under it, though. And that will be 3 away. But they tie it up. And we will go to the 10th inning. Extra inning, boys and girls. 3 baseball. I don't even have the chat set up in this. That's how I must not have I must not have, because I haven't even set up the chat. So that answers your question. I have not yet this season because I haven't used these into the ninth or anything like that. So as you can see, I only have 9 innings on my my little thing here. It looks like Lotte comes from behind and beats Kume. Double check my numbers. 7 and 11, 3 and 3. That is correct. All right. Pak Se-hyuk will lead off the bottom of the ninth inning, or the top of the top of the 10th inning. We'll have
Thank you for the
number 9.
recommendation, The Jungle.
What's up, Jungle? Just in time for the rest of the game. It's like the shortened version. It's the ADHD version of baseball. Lotte with the win. Alcantara with a loss. Thanks, Alcantara. Kim Jin-wook is going to get another win. All right, Kim Jong-woo out on the mound. Again, Doosan does not have a closer anymore. Pak Se-hyuk, the former Doosan Bear, will lead things off. That is up, just catches the top of the zone, and it's in there for a strike, 0-1. 125 on the season. It does have 3 hits. And the 0-1 pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. Exactly. Why waste all the time? Park Ji-hoon over at first base. Yu Chan over at third. I'll have to check and see where they go in the lineup. That is into the dirt. So Park Ji-hoon is over there at first. And that misses up high, 2-2. And he pops them up in foul territory. Oh, just hits the top of the nets and falls in. There's a Hanwha uniform for you. And it stays 2-2. See.
Thank you for the recommendation, Birds Are Dinos.
Thank you, Birds. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Way up high, runs the count full, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch, way up high, ball 4. Wasn't even close, out of the hand. Puts the go-ahead run on first base. And flips the lineup back over. Because they used to go 12 up until 2 years ago. So, or actually last year, when they started the pitch clock, they used to go 12 innings until last year when they started the pitch clock, and they stopped it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. A runner on first, nobody out. They're gonna bunt. Love it. Thank you for the hearts. Fantastic. We got our bunt, Steve, as he almost hits him in the hand and he bunts it foul. Park Sung-gyu took over in center field, and now he's taking over to bunt. And he drops it down. The pitcher grabs it, throws to first, and one away. Congratulations, you got the bunt down. But once again, you've lowered your chance of scoring a run. All right, so we're going to have a pitching change now. All right, so pitching change. Oh, I love bunting. Bunting is so cool. So awesome, really. Oh, we'll have another new pitcher coming in. Are they just going to go? Yeah. But he fouled it away. That's the thing, is he fouled it away. Otherwise, not that it would have mattered in the long run, but Hana only scored 2. They didn't get another one? Oh, well, let's check the scores. So the only one that is final is Lotte. Kia down by 1 in the top of the 9th. They've got Kim Do-young up with a full count and 2 outs. LG's up and 5-3. They're in the top of the 9th there. Hanwha in like Hanwha and SSG top of the 9th there. 1 out as SSG's got themselves a 1-run lead. All right, here we go. Into the 10th inning, a 1 out. Just had a lovely bunt. Brings in, this is the guy that blew it the other day. Lee Byung-hun. He is the one that's blew the lead against LG. That's in there for a strike, though, when it's 0-1. Yes. In this situation, because it is the end of the game, again, the numbers, you can argue them whatever you want. But yeah, the end of the game, you should never bunt when you're the away team, because you're playing for 1 run and you don't know how many the other team is going to score. The 1-1 is going to roll over, and that gets through because the first baseman doesn't take it. He is going to come around and he is going to score, and the bunt pays off. And the bunt pays off. Like I said, this is the guy that's blew the lead against LG. Probably should not have him in there anymore. All right, so Che Young-woo steps in now. Checks over on the runner. Jae-Young-woo, 2 for 4 on the day. A strikeout, a single with a run scored, a ground outs, and a double. Ooh, almost hits him in the face. Yeah, laughs it off a bit. Laughs it off a bit. Warming up in the bull time. All right, the 1-0 pitch to Jae-Young-woo. Nope, we're going to check over on the runner again. Kim Sung-yoon, plenty of speed over there at first. RBI double, RBI single, a walk, a run scored. Sounds good, Luke. As the 1-0 is checks on him again. Yeah, the soup stream is definitely still up. Maybe they're mad because you asked to get paid to watch me. Lee Byung-hun get some more spray on his bats. Here we go. The two runner on first, a ton of speed, the all-time doubles and RBI leader at the plates. And nope, we're going to check over on the runner once again. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They're not a huge company like Twitch or YouTube, or so it makes sense. The 1-0 is and he's easily on second with himself a stolen base. Is a strike though, and it's 1-1. Yeah, I remember last week on Thursday. So the regular soup broadcast the game wasn't being showed. It wasn't being showed well. As that is going to drop down, and Kim Sung-yoon is going to round third. He is digging in, and he is going to be out at the plate. Oh, he dropped it. Yang E.G. dropped it. And that is going to score another one. He does head to second base. The throw beat him. There was no question. I thought he was out, but he dropped it on the tag. Hopefully we got a little bit better look at it this time. It was a good throw from Kim Min-suk. Perfect throw, but he dropped it. He wasn't able to catch it. Otherwise, he is out. But now it's 5-3. Lee Byung-hun, he'll be done for the day. Is another blown game. Another one, ladies and gentlemen, another one. I believe that is 9 hits. What's wrong, Arpo? So check up on the other games again. So NC holds on, and they get the 5-4 victory. LG and KT bottom of the ninth. The runner on first, nobody outs, down by 2. Hanwha 5-4. They're coming up to the bottom of the ninth with number 16 leading things off, down by 1. Yeah, they yeah, I remember Twitch, they had like 720 option, and then I don't know what all happened with them. But yeah, you can only stream 720p, I believe. But Twitch was never huge here because originally it was Africa TV was the big one, and then now it's Soup. Soup is the number one streaming platform in Korea. There are two other ones. Chizik, I believe, is the name of it. That's the Naver streaming platform. Is Yang Jae Hoon out on the mound now? All right, he's got a pinch runner also. Is Diaz is up. The 0-1 pitch misses up high. 1-1. No, Park Sung Gyu bunted. Yeah, the 1-1 pitch misses inside at 2-1. And the 2-1 is going to be a ground ball to the second baseman on the grass. Throws over, and that's two away. Does move the runner up 90 feet. Check string. Yeah, it's not working. My keyboard is not working. I'm having to do it like a typing with my mouse. That's why it was like Yun Bei Hoon. All right, Yuji Huck steps in now. That's low, ball one, and he lost his footing there. Yeah, I can do low latency on YouTube as the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman. Picks it up, throws across, leaves a runner on, but they get two across on a walk, a sacrifice bunt, a single, and another single.
Thank you for the recommendation, Lelitz.
Thank you, Lilith. We will go to the bottom of the 10th. And I gotta put my chat up there. So again, I do not. The only one I have is up to 9 innings. I don't have extra innings on these scoreboards. All right. Try to find out because it doesn't really matter who was pinch running. Kim Jae Hyuk pinch ran, but I don't think it really matters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have got the bottom of the 10th coming out. Who's going to be on the mound for Samsung? Be the number 5 hitter for Doosan. All right. Bottom of the 10th. Welcome back, Kim Sung Yoon. Hee Sung Hyun out on the mound. 6.52 ERA. We are still in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Yang Sung Han steps in. And that's way outside, ball one. 234 on the season, 0 for 4. 6-4 ground out, a strikeout, a 5-4 ground out, and a fly out to right. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Give me the update, Kiwi. Did he ground into a double play to end the game? Soon? Must be a broken radar gun. He's got to get a new set of gloves. All right, to Yang Sung Hyun. He'll spray some stickums on the on the bats. Yeah, exactly. Again, guys, the box is the wrapper is still on the box. The wrapper is still on the entire box. All right, to Yang Sung Kwan. 1-1 pitch. Up high. 2-1. All right. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Yeah, it's not helping him. It's not helping him. It doesn't help to make the sweet spot bigger when you can't hit it at all. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. It keeps it to 2-2. Yeah, letting it all hang out, Parpo. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Way outside. Runs the count full. 3-2. All right, here we go. The 3-2 pitch. Sets up on the inside. Lifts that one left to right field. Underneath it, and that's one away. Pak Sung Gyu in right field. Must be Kim Sung Yoon in a center. All right, so Kim Min Suk steps in. 1 for 4 on the day. And that's in there for a strike. Isungyu, did I put it in wrong? I just saw the Sung. I just saw the Sungyu. I just saw the bottom in the GU. Because they don't ever show the names. They just. I just saw his name. Not that it matters at all, but all right, the 0-2. And way up high, ball 1. 1 and 2. So is Kim Sung Yoon in the center field then? Yeah, Kim Sung Yoon is in center. And that is a slapped foul. And here we go. The 1-2 pitch. Sets up at the waist on the outside, and that's a swing and a miss. 2 away. And misses outside. Park Ji-hoon, first at bat of the day. And that's going to be a single past the diving shortstop for third baseman. He is going to head on into second base. So that is a 2-out double, bringing the tying run up to the plate. Doosan not done yet. Did SSG's closer just cough up the game? Yeah. That's because it's Kang Bae Ko. Kang Bae Ko just does nothing but hit with runners on base. Oh, he walked? Well, how is he? All right, EU Chan getting a his first hit of the day. And that's up high, 1-0. Extra innings everywhere in the KBO today, ladies and gentlemen, just the way you wanted it. Here we go, the 1-0 pitch. Sets up right down the middle, and that is going to be fouled away, 1-1. Yeah, I mean, if Doosan comes back and wins this, that is not today's formula. That is every day's formula. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Laid off of it. Did he go? He did not. I imagine they're going to appeal this. Yep, a video replay. Yeah, I mean, you have to at this point. we did go. Yeah, he went. Pandogoga, swing him da. All right, now down to their final strike. Yu-chan hitting 200 on the season, ladies and gentlemen. Runner on second, Yu-chan. The tying run sets up way off the plates, and he throws it way off the plates, 2-2. Here we go, 2-2 pitch now. Sets up right down the middle. And that is going to be a single into left field. Are they going to hold him? Or are they going to send him? They're going to send him. And now the tying run is on the plate. Or it's up. Good Lord, KBO. You never cease to amaze us. Two guys that weren't in the starting lineup coming through big here. And now you've got the tying run on first base. All right, Jung-Soo Ben steps in. Jung-Soo Ben 2 for 3 on the day. A strikeout, a single, and a walk. Not yet. That's misses outside. Want to know. Yu-chan, plenty of speed at first base. A double scores him. From a 2-hour, 30-minute game to a 3-hour, 30-minute game, as that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Subin, Jung-Soo Ben. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch sets up down the middle once again. That's way up high, though, and it's 2-1. He's at 22 pitches. How many more pitches can he throw? Those of you watching, please make sure you hit the thumbs up, like on YouTube, or make sure that you hit the up a recommendation over on SOOP. Here we go, the 2-1. Nope, checks over on the runner, but he's back. If you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do that. So that way you know when I go live. If you're on SOOP, please hit that little star next to my channel name. That is how you follow me. All right, here we go. Jung-Soo Ben, the 2-1 pitch, 22 pitches, 23 coming up. That's a swing and a miss, though. 2-2. Down to their final strike. Jung-Soo Ben has been on base 3 times today. Yeah, I went with the old logo too. All right, the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a single into center field. And Jung-Soo Ben puts the tying run in scoring position. Top of the lineup coming up now. Again, 24 pitches now. How long are you going to leave him out there? Park Chan-ho The big off-season pickup for Doosan. 3 for 5 on the day, 3 singles, an RBI, and a couple 6-3 groundouts. He just catches the corner, and it's 0-1. Park Chano. All right. Nope. Steps off the back of the plate. So back of the rubber. We love us some extra innings baseball in the KBO. Plenty of time for extra bunting. We got 1 bunt in the top of the 10th inning. Going a cappella at the stadium, ladies and gentlemen. The 0-1 count sets up on the outside. It's in the dirt, but it's blocked. And 1-1 to 26 pitches from Lee Sung Hyun. All right, the 1-1 pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Down to their final strike. Final strike once again for Doosan. The 1-2 count sets up on the outside off the plates. And he leaks it way back over the top, and it's fouled away, though. Stays 1-2. Big time situation for the guy that they just brought in the off season. 1-2 counts. Sets up way off the plate once again. And another pop fly. Diaz into foul territory. Makes the catch, and Samsung holds on for the win. As Samsung ends their losing streak, but they made it a absolute longer game than any of us really wanted to see. And they are able to come. Anyway, Harado pitched amazing. 86 pitches through 7 innings for him. I believe 7 strikeouts. Kwok Bean pitched well also. 89 pitches through 6. He gave up 3 runs. Harado obviously gave up a 0. But Doosan in the 9th inning, a leadoff single, a walk, a strikeout, a walk, load the bases. A single by Pak Chan-ho scored a run, and then 2 came in on the Cameron 2 RBI single to tie the game. Then in the top of the 10th inning, a leadoff walk, a sacrifice bunt moved him to second. A single scored that run. He stole a base, and then from that, Chae Young-woo, another single, scored the 5th run for Samsung. But Doosan not to be worried. Quick 2 outs, but a double by Park Ji-hoon, who hasn't even played yet, but got his first hit of the day, or first at-bat of the day. Then Yu Chan, who's also getting his first at-bat of the day, comes up with the RBI single. Jung Soo Bin singles behind him, 3 straight hits. Puts runners in scoring position, the tying run in scoring position. Top of the lineup coming up, but Pak Chan-ho swings at 2 balls over his head. The last one fouled away and caught by Diaz. So Samsung ends up breaking their streak, ends up being able to hold off in the late innings is again the bullpen for both of these teams is not good. Uh, but they were able to, I guess, do enough to get the win. Elsewhere around the league, quick talk, and then I've got to go. As NC gets the win over Kia. This is not the only game in extra innings as LG, what did I say earlier about LG? I said they have a problem with their bullpen. What happened? They gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning for KT to tie the game. They are currently in the top of the 10th inning, LG and KT. SSG's closer gave up a 1 run in the bottom of the 9th, but they did just score in the top of the 10th inning to take a 6-5 lead, and they've got runners on first and second with 1 out. So the amount of games you can still check out the SSG Hanwha game that is in extra innings. They're in the top of the 10th inning. Hanwha is down 6-5 as they just scored. SSG just scored in the top of the 10th inning. And you can also check out another game. That would be the LG and KT game, which is also in the top of the 10th inning. So nothing but close games here today. The all 3 games that have been decided by 1 run. 3 games today, all going to extra innings, all because bullpens cannot throw strikes. They cannot hold leads. And it is still early in the season, ladies and gentlemen. It is only going to get more KBO throughout the rest of the season. But yeah, that is it for me, guys. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. That is the like on YouTube, and also the thumbs up on SOOP. That is how you recommend the stream. It pushes it out into the main platform, the main page. I know this is going to sound like a lie, but I believe the last I looked, I was ranked as 69 in up votes. So let's get us up off the 69. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet, so please make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you hit the little star button, the little star next to my channel name on SOOP. That's how you follow me there. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow. LG versus KT is the game on the deck for tomorrow. SSG and Hanwha on Thursday. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, until next time.